In my previous video, I showed you how to generate an AI animation using a new model, Stable Video Diffusion. And if you haven't watched it yet, just click on the link in the top corner of the video and enjoy. But that's not the only way to generate AI video, and that's not even the simplest way. So in this video, I want to show you 4 different methods to generate AI video, and we will cover pros and cons of each of them and compare them with each other. We will start with the easiest one and then move on to the ones that require more experience and skills. So the easiest way to create AI video from the user experience perspective is Runway ML. All you need is just to go to their website and sign in. So Runway ML provides you the following benefits. No setup required. It is very easy to use. As I said, you just sign in the website and you can start your video generations. And it supports both text to video and image to video. So you can generate them just from prompt or from image reference. And it is configurable. You can decide how much motion you want in your video. You can also add camera motion, and you can even select which part of your image you want to animate. And you'll get a high quality output, and it works especially well with landscapes and abstractions. Unfortunately, it's still not as good with the human bodies and faces, but I believe in future it will change to the better. So what are the downsides of using Runway ML? So first and the biggest one, in my opinion, is that this is a paid service. Of course, it has its trial version and you can generate few videos for free, but when you run out of your free minutes, then you'll have to pay or you will have to create a new account. And it has a strict censorship as well. Even if you try to upload a picture of a woman in non-transparent underwear and generate a video with her, most probably your request will be declined and it will just do nothing, and you won't be able to generate anything that is at least slightly erotic. So let's see how we can generate videos using Runway ML. First, go to their websites. You can easily find it in Google or just click the link below the video in the description. And in this website, you can see this button in the middle, try Runway for free. If you click it, you'll go to the... Okay, I'm already logged in. Let me just log out. So if you click this button, you'll go to this login page, and then you can use the email and password or just log in with your Google account. And I choose to log in with my Google account. And yeah, here you can just go and create a new video. So you can start with image or start with text. Let's try and start with text. Here you can just describe whatever you want, and let's say I want to generate a cozy room with Christmas tree, blinking fairy lights, and here there are a bunch of settings such as seed. This is usually randomized. You can fix it between generations if you want to generate a similar video to the one that you already did. And you can upscale, but you need to pay for that. Yeah, you can interpolate. Let's interpolate. And yeah, it will make your video smoother. And here you have a general motion setting. And it can make more or less motion. Let's say I want to leave it somewhere in the middle. And here we have a camera motion, and you can choose how exactly it will move. I'll get back to it in a second. Let's just try to generate with whatever we have now with the default settings. And you see this button generate for seconds, and I have 21 seconds left. It means that I can generate few videos for free for now. So let's try and hit this generate button. Now it's in queue, so we will have to wait 1 minute. So now you see it is loaded, and let's see what it did for us. So this video, it is almost static, just camera is moving a little bit, and there is a little bit of movement on this coach. So honestly, I'm not satisfied with this, and I want to have more motion. Let's maybe put it to the 10, and maybe 10 is too much, let's say 8. And we can add some camera motion as well. We can make it horizontally, pan a little bit. You see there is a little preview that will show you what exactly will happen. Okay, let's do it this way. There is also tilt, so you can tilt it a bit, and even zoom in or zoom out. Let's say we want to zoom in, and let's save these settings, and let's try to regenerate our video. Okay, so we got a new image with a bit of a different composition. Let's see how it looks. So you see it is now moving the camera, and it's kind of zooming it and tilting and panning at the same time. So it looks much better now. Even we have like 2 Christmas trees instead of 1, but that's all right. And what else we can do is try to generate a video from the image, and I will upload the file that I just generated in Stable Diffusion. It is again the Christmassy themed image with Santa who is preparing gifts for the children, and I want not just to generate a video, I want to use these beta functionality that called motion brush. So we can control a specific area with this tool, and it says us what to do. It says brush over an area to apply motion controls. So tap anywhere to begin. Let's say we want to apply motion to the fire in the fireplace and to the Santa who is sitting here, but we don't want to apply it to his legs because he will stay here, he will sit. Yeah, so we want to apply motion to these 2 parts, and let's just try some parameters here, and let's save it, and let's generate. And notice that we still have our settings from the previous image where it's kind of tilting and panning the camera. I did not remove them, so they stayed. And now we're gonna get this mixed result of these parameters that are applied to the whole frame, and with this motion magic brush that we applied only to certain parts of the image. Okay, our video is ready, and you see it is funny because our Santa is growing and the camera is moving, so it's a bit chaotic. Let's try to change it a bit. I will change these settings. I don't want to zoom, and I want just to leave a little bit of the pan, but not that much, and I'll save it. And for the brush, I want to remove the vertical one, and I'll leave a little bit of horizontal one, and I'll set proximity to the 0. Yeah, so let's leave it this way, and let's try to generate it again. And you can also notice that unlike the Stable Video Diffusion, Runway ML does not crop your video. If you upload the square image, it will make a square video. So this time our Santa is not growing, but the room is moving, and our Santa is moving a bit as well. But as you see, when it is a human body movement, it is looking a bit awkward. But I really like how the camera movement is done. It is very natural and smooth. You can see that this tool can be useful for certain things, but it is still not perfect. And of course you can try and play with these settings more. You see I have only 5 seconds left, unfortunately, so I can't play much, but I encourage you to go and try Runway ML and see what you can get from this service. And the next AI tool I want to show you is Pika. It supports both text to video and image to video as well, but there is no dedicated app or website to generate your videos. You will have to use Discord. Of course, it is good that it doesn't require any special setup as well, but the disadvantage of that it's gonna be public channels and everyone will see what you will generate, and you will also see generations of other people. You also can be banned for the explicit content, so be careful with your prompts and images. Anyways, I saw some people trying to generate some erotic images, but I wouldn't risk and do it myself. You can see these impressive videos on the website and in Twitter, but to generate something like that, you'll have to do a few iterations at least. But that's fair not only for Pika, but for the most AI video tools. So let's see which are advantages and disadvantages of Pika. And first benefit, I want to mention that there is no setup required. As I said, you just need to use Discord, and you can use it from your phone or from your tablet or your PC. And it supports both text to video and image to video, so it's easy to generate even if you don't have an image reference. It is completely free, you don't have to pay anything, you don't have to set up Collab or have a powerful hardware, so that's very helpful as well. And results are quite impressive. You can try it yourself, or you can just go to Discord and see the generations of other people. And the censorship is quite soft. If you're not generating anything extreme, you probably won't be banned. But anyway, be careful, do not try to generate porn, or consequences can be hard. And another benefit of Pika is that it supports configuration options via a prompt. So there is no special interface for them like in Runway ML, but you can pass some parameters just like in your command line on your PC with a dash. For example, you can say dash motion and then put some value, and it will add more or less motion to your video. And that's very helpful. So what about cons? You do not have a dedicated interface. You have to use Discord channels to generate your images, and everyone will see what you will generate. And on the other side, you can also see what other people are trying to do, but sometimes all these Discord queues become quite messy, and it is hard to find your generations there. Animation of human body and faces still not very good in Pika, but again, we will hope for the better in future. Now let's see how we can generate videos using Pika. So first we should open their website, pika.art. You see there is no link to download the app or something, so it can be confusing. But if you click on this link to Discord, it will try to open your Discord application, and if you don't have one, you will have to install it. So here it will open the Getting Started channel. You can go to the one of these channels, generate one or two, and etc. And you can open any of them, and you will see a bunch of stuff that other people generated. You see, it can be visible to everyone, and yeah, this one is quite cool, the guy with the cards. Yeah, so you can see what other people do here, and then you can go to the message, and you can try to create your own generation. So here, if you click on this plus icon, there will be this Use Apps menu, and here There are two main endpoints that you need. It's create or animate. If you want to create an image from text prompt, you should select create. And there you can type whatever you want, whatever prompt you want to animate, generate. So let's say I'm in festive mood and I want to animate Santa. And after I click enter, I will be in the queue and we will have to wait for my generation to be ready. And while we are waiting, you will see a generation of other people to pop up here in the channel. So that's not very convenient, and sometimes if you left it for a while and got back to your laptop, it might be hard to find your generation. Okay, so now it generated my video, and that's not great. Let's be honest. Probably we could do better if we pass an image to this service. So let's go to the animate endpoint and let's upload the image from our previous generation, from the generation for Runway ML that I created. And here we have the Santa who is sitting in this cozy room and etc. So now we don't need to add a prompt. We still can do that, but we don't need it here. So I'm going just to hit enter and see what Pika will do with my image. So here we are. Let's see. Oh, that's actually quite a good one if we open it full screen so you can see it better. The motion is pretty realistic and smooth. So now let's try to animate our video with parameters. For example, yeah, I don't want to use animate endpoint this time. I will use create prompt, because we still can add an image here, and I will use this parameter aspect ratio to make it 16:9, for example, and I will do motion 6. And now I will add an image. It is optional, but I wanted to animate my image, and now we have both prompt and image. And let's hit enter. Oh, and invalid motion value. So how much can be this motion value? Let me check. The optional parameters. Okay, so we have camera, zoom, pan, motion. So motion is numbered between 0 and 4. And we also can add a lot of other parameters such as FPS and seed and even negative prompts and camera movement. So now let's try to generate our Santa again. Motion, we will do the maximum, we will do motion 4, and now we are adding an image. And let's see. Okay, so it is a bit strange way to resize the video. It just stretched it. I expected it to crop it, but maybe we will have some other settings. So here in the optional parameters, aspect ratio. Yeah, there is no way to tell it to crop, unfortunately. So it just stretches this, and we can try this camera pan right. That's quite cool. So if we replace our aspect ratio with camera pan right and motion 4, and then retry it. So yeah, this button with arrows, it is for retry, but with different parameters. You can just save yourself the time to not upload image multiple times. Okay, it is ready, and you see it is now nicely panning. And I think the motion of the Santa himself did not change, but the panning speed is probably higher than it would be with different parameter. For example, if I do motion 1, let's see what is gonna happen. Okay, our generation is ready, and you see now when we change the motion, it is moving much slower. It is panning the camera much slower. So basically we can control the camera movement, but we cannot really control the animation of the character itself. Anyway, I think that's a good result, and I really impressed with this service, because before when I tried it, it didn't have these parameters, I think. Yeah, it was a while ago. So yeah, if you will use this one, make sure you read all these useful links, and it is really a good tool, and you can even use it from your phone or tablet. And again, it is completely free. And the third way to generate videos in Stable Diffusion will require Collab subscription or powerful hardware, because we will need to install Automatic 11.11 UI in order to do that. And if you are not familiar with Google Collab and Automatic 11.11, then check my video where I explain how to install it and how to get started with that. So now I'm going to talk about the plugin that called AnimateDiff. And this plugin allows you to create GIFs or videos in different formats using your text prompt or your reference image. And not only that, you can also use an existing video as a reference of the motion using ControlNet, and that's pretty cool. You can also loop your video so the first frame will be the last frame as well. And you can also provide different first and last frame for your video, so you will have a starting point and the ending point for your animation. So let's see which advantages and disadvantages this model has. First of all, it is free and fully under your control. Again, you can use text, image, or even video to generate your own animation. And there is no censorship because you're running your own instance of Stable Diffusion. And it supports different output formats, so you can generate GIF, MP4 or WebP, or even just a PNG sequence, whatever you want. It has advanced configuration, and you can play with that to get the best result. But honestly, sometimes it is too advanced and it is very easy to mess it up. So what are the cons of AnimateDiff? It requires skills and time to set up, and output honestly is not that perfect as Runway or Pika, and human bodies are still far away from good. And as I already said, configuration can be complicated sometimes and easy to mess up. Okay, now let's try to make a video with AnimateDiffusion. And we will have to run our Automatic 11.11 UI in order to do so. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, just check this video where I'm explaining how to install Automatic 11.11 using Google Collab. Here we are in our interface. I will use this Dreamshaper 8 checkpoint for our generations. How to install AnimateDiffusion? You should go to this extensions tab, and you can see here that I already have it, so I already installed it. But if you don't have it, first check for the updates and update it, and then go to this tab, available. If you click this button, load from, it will load all the available extensions for Stable Diffusion web UI. So search here for AnimateDiffusion. And yeah, I have to uncheck this installed, because otherwise it's not gonna show me here. So if you search for AnimateDiffusion, you will see this one, and here you will have a button install. I don't have it because I already installed this extension, so just hit this button and then reload your UI. And after you did all these steps and restarted your Automatic 11.11 UI, you will see a new accordion here, AnimateDiff, and here there will be some settings. So here you see this motion module, and I have it here, but you probably won't have it because you need to download it and put in the specific folder in your Google Drive. So go to the AnimateDiff on Hugging Face and download this file. I will leave the link below the video, so you can just click on it and you will be redirected to this page. So hit download here, this link, and then upload it into the folder on your Google Drive. I will tell you which one. It's gonna be Stable Diffusion Web UI, and then yeah, this one, not built-in, just extensions. And here you see this SD Web UI AnimateDiff, and we have to put it here in this model folder. So after you upload it there, you'll be able to refresh your page and see it here. And now you're ready to generate your images. So you can select which format you want to get, MP4, WebP, WebM, or GIF, and also you can generate a sequence of PNG images if you wish. So I don't want it right now, I just want to generate GIF, and I will leave these settings default because it's just not enough time in this video to talk about that. You can play with them, you can see which ones are more suitable for your case. So here, don't forget to click Enable AnimateDiff before you start generating. Yeah, I will leave everything on these settings that I already have, and here I will try to generate text to video. So I will add the same textual inversions that I usually okay, I want to add it to negative prompt. Yes, I will add the same that I already used with Stable Diffusion with images, and here I will write my prompt. So yeah, and we can also choose the style. I want it to be digital art. Yeah, and let's just hit generate to see what we're gonna get. It will take a bit more time than image generation, because obviously we have to generate not just one image but like 100 of them. If you go to your collab, you can see console logs about the process. Okay, it generated, but it is very slow, so it uploads this GIF frame by frame, and to avoid waiting, I'll just go to the Stable Diffusion, Outputs, and Text to Image, Images, and here we have this AnimateDiff folder, and I'll open the folder with today's date, and you can see it did not generate us any kind of Santa, but it generated a moving chair. That is kind of a haunted house, haunted apartment. That's funny. So what if I emphasize the word Santa? Let's try to generate it again. Okay, I think it is generated, and we can see what is it this time. Okay, it is completely refuses to generate our Santa, but it generated a pretty nice room, and you see that camera kind of zooms into the fireplace, and overall it is a nice animation, but it is not what we want, unfortunately. So let's try and use image to image tab to generate our Santa from the image that we have already. I will use the same image as in first two cases, and then we can just compare all the results from all the four methods or models. So here is my image, and Again, I'm scrolling down to the AnimateDiff and I enable it. I will again try to generate a GIF and I will uncheck the PNG. I have my prompt. Oh no, this is the wrong prompt. I'm sorry, we don't want to generate a mermaid. We want to generate a Santa. Yeah, I also want to change a sampler method to this one. No, this is a bit too much. It will be very slow. Let's generate a square image, a square video 512 to 512 and batch size will be 1. Denoising strength, we can set it to 0.7 and what else we can change here? Everything else I think we can leave for now. Let's hit generate and see what happens. Okay, so that's what we got. It is a bit strange looking Santa and the quality is really low, so I think we could probably change the sampler and we could probably change some settings. Yeah, if you want to know more about these parameters, you can click this link and read about them. For example, the one that I changed, this frame interpolation, really doesn't explain much, but anyway, I want just to try it. Yeah, so let's try it with the different sampler and different interpolations. So I also will change the denoising strength to 0.3 because it changed it quite a lot. So let's hit the generate. And okay, that's our new one, and you can see that there is not a lot of movements here. It is just like rain or snow in the window and a little bit of fire. I think it is because we set the denoising strength to 0.3, so probably if I change it to something like here again, then it will move a bit more. And just to make it clear, I'm doing it with the Stable Diffusion 1.5, but if you want to do it with Stable Diffusion XL, you will just have to download different motion model, not this SDV 1.5, but this one SDXL, and then you'll be able to do it with the SDXL version, but I prefer to do it with Stable Diffusion 1.5 because it is just faster. Okay, so that's our last one, and you can see that again it's not a lot of movements. Okay, I'll set it to 0.9 and I will turn off this frame interpolation and I'll try once again. Okay, so now when I set the denoising strength to like 0.9, it generated a completely different image and GIF from this image with a kid with a gift. So yeah, that's a bit tricky one. Of course, we can use ControlNet, we can use the video reference, and we can even use motion LoRa's. So there is a lot of stuff to do with this extension, but I just can't show it all in this video, so I probably will do a separate video just to explain you all this cool stuff that you can do that. If you want to just get it working out of the box, it's not so easy. And the last but not least, Stable Video Diffusion model that I already talked about in the previous video, but I feel it worth mentioning in this comparison anyway. Honestly, this one is my favorite so far, because it seems a bit better with human bodies and faces, and in general the quality of output is good. And in terms of complexity, it is somewhere in between Runway ML and AnimateDiff, because it is quite easy to use, but still needs some setup. It has some configuration options available and you can tweak them to get the best result, but unfortunately it is not supported by Automatic 11.11 yet, so you will have to use ComfyUI. So what are the pros of this model? Let's see. First of all, again, it is free and it is under your control because you have to install it in your Collab or your PC. And it gives you a high quality output and human faces and bodies looks good. There is no censorship again because you're running your own instance, and because you're running it in ComfyUI, you can save your workflow and reproduce it easily. And again, the configuration is pretty easy and straightforward, that I also consider as a benefit. And what are the downsides of this model? Again, it requires the power, it requires subscription to the Google Collab or something similar, and you have to set up it yourself. And unfortunately, there is no text-to-image workflow, but it is very easy to imitate if you just generate the image first and then generate a video from your image, so that's not a big problem. And as I said, Automatic 11.11 is not supported yet, but we will wait for it and probably it will happen. So in order to generate videos with Stable Video Diffusion, we need to run our ComfyUI. If you want to know how to do that in details, I'm telling about it in another video, so please check it on the link in the top corner of this video. So that's our UI, and this is the default ComfyUI workflow, and we need to replace it with our Stable Video Diffusion workflow. So click the load button here in this menu and upload the workflow, this one, workflow image to video JSON. I will leave the link below the video where you can get this workflow, or you can again watch my video about Stable Video Diffusion to know that. And yeah, here it is. Here is our image to video workflow, and you see the first node here, image only checkpoint loader. Here it is. It says SVD save tensors, and I need this one SVD-XT save tensors because I downloaded this one. And you will use the one that you downloaded, depends on which one you prefer. I prefer this one because it renders video in better quality. And here in this cell, you just upload image that you want to animate. And I will upload my, this one. I will upload my Santa. And let's take a look at this big green rectangle image to video. So here are the main settings for our generation. It is width, height, and you see it has this 1024 to 576 pixels, and that's the best aspect ratio for this model. So I will leave it like that, and it will crop our square image and generate a rectangle video. Then we have amount of video frames and frames per second. So 6 frames per second, 14 video frames means it will generate a 2 seconds video. I will bump it to, let's say, 22, and I'll make it here, let's say 8 or even 24. So this will be a 3-second video. Motion bucket ID, this is again a parameter to tell how much motion you want in your video. So I'll leave it as it is for now. And here we have this case sampler. This is just normal sampler settings like steps and other stuff. It uses Euler sampler now. We can change it or we can leave it as it is. It's up to you. And let's hit the Q prompt button to start generating our video. And for the first time it will take a little bit longer on this step because it will load the checkpoint, and all the next generations will happen a little bit faster. So now we just wait. Okay, our video is ready, and I'll try to zoom in a bit for you. And you see there is a bit of a strange movement of the background, and overall it's quite chaotic. So what I want to do is I want to reduce this motion bucket ID, let's say to B80, and then I also will try to change the sampler. I'm not quite happy with this earlier, maybe this one will be better, I don't know. So let's try with this reduced motion ID, and let's see if it's gonna be any better. Okay, so that's our new video, and this time you see that we managed to get rid of this chaotic movement, and now it's just zooming out and panning a camera a little bit, and there is also a fire in the fireplace, and yeah, so this looks a little bit better. And again, you can play with the settings. You can also change settings of the sampler and see which result works for you the best. Unfortunately, we cannot control panning camera or zooming in and out as we could do it in Runway and Pika, but the output is still very good and smooth and nice, and overall I'm happy with the results that Stable Video Diffusion can produce. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching my video. I hope it was useful for you and you will find the best way to generate AI videos for yourself. Let me know in the comments below which one is your favorite, and if you want me to cover any of these models in more details, just leave the comments and I'll try to do that. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe on my channel for more tutorials about coding and AI. Thank you!